Alright, welcome back to Steve Jackson Sorcery Part 8. In the previous video, we went through Britinati. I returned an axe that I bought from the beginning of the game to the owner. He then told me to go to the crystal waterfall. We went there, found out that the waterfall have the waters have some healing properties. I then tell the little creature that was following me around to go back to the town over here, where most of them were affected by the plague. So hopefully the mini-mite thing will save them or something. I don't know. Then we continue the journey over here where we fought a ninja guy called Flanker or whatever his name was. I beat his ass. I beat him very easily. But then when I spare him, he told me something about nobles or something, getting worried about the goblins somewhere around here, trying to plot something, and that's where I ended the last video. So now we're going to leave the trees. I decided to go this way because I'm hoping to find out what is the source of the healing waters, I suppose. Anyway, let's leave the trees. You continue along the path, and around the side of a hill, a wooden hut is set into the slope, with an old woman sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house. The house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect, straddling the water course. A few paces from the front of the house, the water plunges over the edge of a sheer cliff and disappears. Greet the woman. Greetings, you call. The woman looks up at you and smiles. Come over here, won't you? She calls. I can barely I need to change the voice. I've been giving the same voice for almost the same voice for all the characters, right? Come over. Come over. I don't know. Come over here, won't you? I can barely see you. Walk past the house, approach the woman. You approach the old woman. She smiles a toothless smile and gets up from the step. Come in, please, she beckons. I get so lonely living out here on my own, away from the villagers. Why not? Go inside. Thank you. You follow her inside and take a seat by a long wooden table. I'll bring us some tea, she says. She sounds almost nervous. Hurrying to her kitchen, she returns with 2 large cups. I don't see anything suspicious from this photo, but is that a man's face on the table there? On the table leg? Or is it just that's just like a pattern or whatever? Oh, that's definitely a man's face, right? Someone's face. Make conversation. The tea is still hot. You cup you cup it between your hands as you speak. What's your name? Why do you live here alone? What's your name? They call me Gazamoon, she replies with a smile. I used to be well known in my way. You not? But you never heard of her. Why do you live alone? It must be more dangerous. Oh, no one bothers about me. Why would they? You can't help but notice she's not answering the question. This is a beautiful place, you remark, watching the river outside the door plunging away over the cliff face. This is the top of the crystal waterfall, she says. The river runs right under my house. They say it carries all my goodness and youth away while I sleep, and the villagers bathe in it for luck. She giggles. Meanly, I'm sure it isn't quite true. You make to sip your tea when the old woman stops you, catching your arms before the cup reaches your lips. Oh, she says suddenly, I've forgotten the pot. She go back to the kitchen and fetch it. That's suspicious, very suspicious. Is this like a, what did they call it? Like a, you know, there's a phrase for it. I forget what's it called. Like, you know, like she wants me to switch the cups, right? But I don't know. Should I drink the tea? Why did she stop me from drinking the tea? Let me just drink my tea. You lift your mug, blow away the steam, and take a sip as the old lady returns. The old lady lifts her own mug and takes a deep gulp. Your own tea is gently refreshing. Then she splutters and coughs and grieves her side. I knew it. There was poison in her cup. I knew it. She tried to trick me too, to like, oh, you know, got to take something from the kitchen. Let's wait. You sit back and watch to see what will happen. She's trying to smile, but the pain is clearly quite severe. Stumbling and almost falling, she staggers to the kitchen and gulps down another drink. When she returns, she seems much better again. I'm not as young as I was, she explains. All the same, she pushes her tea to one side. But tell me about you. You're a traveler? Yeah. Yes. That's right, I'm going to Korea. She claps her hand. Oh, wonderful. Such a delighted city. Indeed, you answer. Tell me, on your journey, you didn't happen to come across an old man, did you? I met a lot of people. Of course, she answered, but this one is special. Very old and carrying a page from a spell book. Ah, yes. The one on the old man on the tree, I believe. There is no way I'm going to show her the page. Shake your head. No, I meet no one like that. Really? That's a pity. She seems to think for a moment, then adds, but do you have anything of magical nature? I should say no and leave, but I'll say yes, because it's quite suspicious to like say no. But no spellbook pages? Sure, the page say no. Ask about the page she wants. What page are you looking for? Oh, she shocks, suddenly seeming very old. It's part of it's a part of a spell of pest repulsion I once had, but I lost it. It was very useful around here. She waves you away without interest. Go on, go away. You step back onto the path. A harmless old lady, or so she seemed. Very suspicious. I should have tried to save her, but whatever. Yeah, maybe I could have like stopped her from taking the antidote. It is now late afternoon. You pass over the brow of the next hill, and below you is the village of Torrey Penny, slung from one side of the valley to the next like a foot barrier. Like a flood barrier. Okay, observe it. Torrey Penny is a village of the Savin, an aggressive looking race of man-orcs. You might expect the village to be rowdy, but it seems strangely quiet to town. Still, there's no way around it, and it is too large to destroy with a fireball. You have to go through. Okay. You enter the village. There is a definite air of depression hanging over the place. The civilians are going about their business slowly and miserably and pay you no heed. You see yourself down on a tree stump in the very center of the village to consider your options. Make contact with the villagers first. You spy a group of civilians sitting outside a low hut, and you walk over and sit yourself down. Discussing a friend apparently killed in the night by assassin's curved blade. Is that why you're all afraid? You ask. We're afraid of nothing, retorts one of the civilians. But no, much worse. Another civilians, civilians. I don't know what the hell. Another civilians bangs his head down on the table. But with Ash dead, who saved Tia? Who's Tia? Our flower, the civilian who answers, wipes a tear from the corner of his eye, scratching himself painfully with an uncut fingernail. Ew. Tia is the chief's daughter, the other civilian says. Ash was to save her. Now Ash not alive, so Tia soon not alive. What happened to her? Goblins, they sacrifice? Sacrifice? He's unsure of the word, so mimics a gesture like a stabbing downwards knife blade. Yes, sacrifice to great cave demon. Trouble is, another says, our village die if chief line then. Tia is end, so if ends, we end. All very sad. Very sad. They all agree. Who you? One asks suddenly, as if only just thinking of it. He prods you in the chest. Traveler. A sly gleam enters the biggest one eye. Great traveler? The greatest. Best is good. Make Tifa. Mickey Tifa. He signals to the others who are quickly on their feet. Big hefty arms swinging for you. We take to chief. Before you can resist, they have you and are hauling your bodily onto their shoulders. Pray for my spirit for ape. Maybe the ape will work, but why are you taking me? The Shivins carrying you give you no reply. Then you reach a low hut to the edge. On the edge of the village, you are set down carefully. Captured? What? The door is slammed and locked. A moment later, it reopens and your possessions are thrown inside. You quickly look through them, but everything seems to be in place. Okay. You pull your knees up to your chest and wait. The long watches of the night pass slowly, and in the end nothing happens, and no one comes. The aching in your empty belly growls at you with glee. Oof. Daybreak? Daybreak, you are still alone. An hour passes before you hear any sound outside, any noise outside. And then the door to the hut opens and 5 civilians come in. They drag you roughly out across the street to another hut when an old man with a grey hair sits. He's wearing outlandish colorful robes. My name... Procitious Chief. He slaps his chest. Twice. I apologize. Then he bows, brushing the dust on the floor with his sleeves. Tell me what you want. He waves to a menial who brings in bread and milk. 100% eat it. You bolt down the meal. It does not seem to be poisoned, and it nourishes you. The bowl is removed and the chief squats down in a pool of cloth. I have need of you and your strength. Tell me. The chief nods. I shall. My daughter, my child, She is taken, offered to a terrible demon below. Goblins. The chief spits at the word goblins. He shakes his head as tears well up in his eyes. We never friends, but we never enemies like this. I not understand their hate. Why they care about demons in caves? The goblins are mining the old mines. They are hunting for the power of the crown of kings, but the mines are guarded by old demons. The chief nods. And they buy their skin with ours? And they buy their skin with ours? Buy their skin with ours? He gets to his feet. Rescue daughter and will be great reward. He gestures to the other 7 who, still taking no chances, grab you by your arms and hold you to your feet. Oh no. I'm at the age of Karay. Oh my goodness. I think we're reaching the end. You are led along a short pathway through the forest to a crack in the ground. One 7 has brought a rope and another a basket. They are preparing to lower you down into the pit of the earth itself. You will pay me richly for this. The 7 nods. The chief replies, we are poor, but we will try. Good. Watch the darkness, he declares, as they start to lower you down. You hit the floor with a ton and peer into the darkness. Your eyes can make out nothing but a slight breeze suggests endless space in all direction. You are blind, helpless, and trapped. Something clatters to your feet from above. One of the 7 shouts something down to you. If you're on the ground, you crouch down and feel something around your feet until your hand closes onto the base of something. You pick it up. It's a dry wood torch. Something else fell from above and strikes you on the head. Tinderbox, calls the voice. Rubbing the bruise on your head, you reach down and find a tinderbox. Curse whoever hit you, like the torch. You suffer light. You strike a light, and the torch blazes into flame. You can now see. You can see now. You are in a large cavern, wide and deep. At the far end, passageway disappears to the left and right. Though an uneven rock fall at the through an uneven rock fall at the end of the cavern, you hear a murmur. Listen by the rocks. You clamber over the rocks at the edge of the cavern to investigate the sound. It's a whimpering coming from the other side of the pile of stones. The girl, perhaps. She came in this way, but then the cave-in blocked off her path. You have to find another way to reach her. Always go right, because right is always the right way. You turn right, creeping slowly forward. The passage rises up a gentle incline. At the top, a thick crystal glitters in the torchlight, and the tunnel ends in the T-junction. A crystal. Look at the crystal. The seam seems to be made of pure diamond. It was no doubt in quest of this that these tunnels were carved. But why is no one mining here now? Oh, dig out the crystal right there. You try to pry out your diamond loose, some diamonds loose from the incredible seam in the rock, but your sword is not up to task, and you would only make it blunt. You could perhaps return with a proper pick, but only if you can escape this tunnel first. Alright, continue going right then. Take the right hand tunnel. You walk down the passage for several minutes, then slip on some dirt, and the ground beneath your feet gives way. You plunge into a hidden pit and land on something soft. Look around. Oh my goodness. Yet counting your luck, you look around and sure enough, you are out of the frying pan and not into the fire, but into a reptile den. Snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes? Should I pray to my spirit? Can't do Zen. I'll try law then. You cast a spell and feel the snakes come under your command. Order them from hell. You command the snakes to approach. They slither nearer and nearer, and then they begin to climb the walls, holding themselves erect until they form a living ladder that stretches up the passage above. Climb it quickly. You steal your courage and climb quickly back up the tunnel above. Back on firm ground, you watch as the spell leaves the snakes, and they tumble, snapping and hissing and hungry, back onto the cavern floor. You are soon back by the crystal seam, where a side passage opens up on the left. Okay. You go left, and then you spot a You see a spot of sunlight above, and rush forward to find yourself back beneath the crack in the ceiling where you came from. Turn back. Go right. Left or right. Go right again. A low rumbling. Wait and see. You wait to see what happens. The rumbling gets loud, and then your hair stands on end as you see a large rounded boulder rolling swiftly down the passage towards you. The rock is almost a perfect fit for the tunnel, and its speed is increasing as you deter. You know what? Rock, pray to my spirit. You raise a fast and fervent prayer to the ape, your spirit, and feel the peace of the wilderness enter you as the boulder slows and catches. And invincible brakes make it slow. Not enough to stop it coming, but enough to give you a chance. With a final burst of speed, you race down the hallway and jump left, narrowly avoiding the boulder as it crashes loudly and violently into the wall, mere inches from where you were standing. Ah, thank goodness. Thank the ape. Pick yourself up and dust yourself down. The ground begins to slope outwards, and the walls begin to glitter as you encounter a seam crystal. Have you been this way before? Here, cross space on your right. Go right. Oh my. Go straight on. The passageway slopes down a short way, then forks again. Two stones stacked on top of each other. Examine the stones. Nothing on the stones. Go right. You squeeze into the gap in the left wall. You follow the passageway. When you hear an echo, your torchlights falls across a frail shape. Hiding the shadows is a young girl. Oh my god, stacking stones into hundreds of little towers. Come with me. You hold your hand and the girl takes it and gets to her feet. You have to be quiet, she hisses. Or else. Suddenly there's a loud roaring from the mouth of the short cavern. The walls begin to shake and crumble. The girl's stone towel topple and scatter to one side. A gap in the rubble begins to open, letting through a mean shaft of light. But before you can hit for it, the roaring sound is joined by a scream from the girl. You turn slowly and peer into the gloom back along the tunnel. Gloom back along the tunnel. Is there something moving? Something coming closer? Perhaps the roaring in the wind rushing through the tunnels. Ooh, something is coming. Oh boy, what the hell is this? A manticore. You hear the scrabbling around of claws on rocks, and the exit from the tunnel is blocked by a dark and gloomy shape. A manticore, huge, terrible. It stands between you and the light and howls in the bloody rage. Is that the demon? Use magic. Check the stars, yeah. Now can I use pop? I'm gonna use pop. I can use pop. No, pet or slowness. You cast a spell, the creature makes half a turn, preparing to swing his stinging tail at you, but then he pauses, shakes his head, and the old man's face beneath his mane mumbles into a frown. It is as though something has struck it square on the forehead. Draw myself, let's fight him. Let's go. Charge him. Bam! My goodness. Defend again. That's it. I killed him. Damn. You spy an advantage, the kind that has I think I did pretty bad, but damn. And they still say skilled swordplay. You spy an advantage, the kind that can change the course of a battle. With the rock wall at your back, you have no way to hide but a perfect platform to spring forward. You race at the manticore. Your sword blade seems almost to be possessed. He finds his way past the manticore's sweeping claws, through his thick tine and down into his ancient cruel heart. For a moment it howls loud enough to make the wall shake, and then everything falls very quiet. Ooh. The only noise in the chamber is the hammering of your heart and the quiet breathing of the girl. Thank you, the girl mumbles, then tugging your arm. This way. She leads you towards the light, through a gap in the rocks, to the pool of sunlight in the first cavern. And this is where I'm going to end this video here. Man, that was... I almost died. Yeah, I think the next video is going... The next video is going to be the final part for book 1, I believe, since we are exactly at the edge of it. The next video maybe even be a short one. Maybe it may even be just be like 5 minutes or something. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to hit the like button and all that, whatever. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.